So this session is about logical reasoning session where you will know how logical reasoning is an important part for your IMO, NSO and ICSO, which is Computer Science Olympiad exam, and what kind of questions you will come across in logical reasoning section and how to solve those kind of questions. So I would request you to please everybody be on mute for a while. So right now I'll keep everyone on force mute so that there is no interruption in between while we are training. I'll give you a chance to speak and ask questions after we have done the session. So I will request you to please keep yourself on mute for a while. Let me see if I get the option. Yeah. Okay. So everybody, please welcome Padampriya ma'am. She is our lead trainer for maths, logical reasoning, and Vedic maths section. She has been with MTG more than approximately 8 years, and she has been creating various content for maths, Olympiad, and Vedic maths preparation. Okay, so she is here to take this demo session. So student, make a most of this demo session and try to practice along with ma'am, and nobody will just unmute and ask, say the answers. Because this demo session is combined demo session for all the grades. So we have taken the questions which will suit all the grades, okay? And if I will suggest all the students to solve along with ma'am, you can solve your questions. And if you are able to solve the question quickly, please write your answers in the chat box. Ma'am will also explain the question, okay? So over to you, Priya ma'am, please continue.
Thank you, Chan. Thank you so much. So, good evening, children and parents, everyone here. So, welcome to MTG webinar for our demo for logical reasoning. So, as ma'am has given all the instructions, first let's see what are we going to discuss in today's demo session. So, first we'll see the introduction of logical reasoning. Then we will see how logical reasoning is going to help children and why do we need a special preparation for this logical reasoning. Then we'll move ahead to see why to choose LR online classes program. So what are the benefits that are you going to get by our program? Then in LR, what sort of questions basically do you get? You should have some basic knowledge of what are we going to get in the subject that we are going to study. So we will see certain sample questions. Later, you all children and parents will be given a chance to unmute and ask your queries at the end. So let's start the session for today. So first we'll see introduction of logical reasoning. So first of all, whenever we talk about logical reasoning, many don't feel it as important because it's not a school subject. This is the first thing that comes into mind of every child and parent. Why do we need logical reasoning? My child is studying so many things. Why should he has an extra burden? He or she has an extra burden of studying one more subject, logical reasoning. So there are so many things which goes around in the minds of the parents and the children as usual. What are those questions are there and how can I help you to come out of all these doubts by this demonstration? Let's see that. So first, mental relationship between cause and effect is reasoning. What is the meaning of it is, when you think of something and if you put an effort to do that, before you're thinking, the gap between your thinking and the way you put out the things into action, there is a sequence of logics happening. Like, why should I do it? When should I do it? How should I do it? Who will help me to do it? Where should I do it? So all these are the basic logical questions that involve in thinking and doing a certain work or making things into action. So this is what the sequence of steps that I have told you is all about logics which are put in doing a thought into an action. Reasoning is both art and science. which makes something understand and do. Just now I've said you. So when you think of something and you want to do it well, you need to properly make certain logical thinking behind that action. Then you can make that action very well. Logical reasoning is a key element for sound critical thinking. What does this mean? So when you want to master your critical thinking, when you want to be in the limelight among your class, you should have a good critical thinking. What is that critical thinking is? You should be in a position to think all over. Like when you go for your when you look into your, like for example, I'll just give you a simple thing. Before, when you used to use your Google Maps and you type out anything, you'll be seeing location. Like for example, you type your address in the Google Map. How do you see? You'll be just seeing blank things and all those things. Later, it was designed to make into a 360-degree view. Even in the cameras, you'll be seeing when you go for any location, you take up a 360-degree view. Why do you do that? You will get a clear analysis of that particular location and you'll get the complete view of that scenario. Same way, if you want to be a sound person in your learnings, whether it is a Olympiad or it is a science Olympiad, maths Olympiad, in your school exams or any competitive exams, you should have a sound critical thinking. That is, you should have a 360 view of your complete mind should be completely used. Your brain should be completely applied in learning the things. This ability will be provided by logical reasoning. It is a foundation for maths, computer science, and many other disciplines. So LR is not only used for mathematics, it is used even in computer science. Like you'll be learning various, nowadays many coding programs are also coming, where I see many children learning it and enrolling themselves in coding programs. So in all those things, how is the coding done? How do you make a dog walk 4 steps in that coding? For example, I'm telling. So your dog is standing on the left side of the screen. You want to make it walk 4 steps. So there is a sequence of logics. First, you should put the right leg, front leg first, then front, back leg first. Like that, there are certain logics to be applied. So either it is maths to solve a problem, or it is computer science, or if it is a science experiment, whatever you want, you need to have a good grip of logics, which to, when and where and how to apply. All this could be understood in logical reasoning. Competitive exams like maths and science Olympiads are a complete aim to gauge your progress for a lifelong skill. The simplest thing is, to be a good part of a Olympiad program, you should have a good grip over logical reasoning. How LR is helpful to you? So first and the foremost thing, we discussed what is LR. Now we will see how is it going to help. Now in this situation, you can see that it enhances your focus. So your concentration is the key and core point of LR. It always helps you to boost your concentration, strengthens your brain. Brain always need more and work. See, like whenever you make anything full on axis, like your hand is there, if you constantly write it, you use for writing. For example, 4 hours continuously if you write, will your hand get tired or not? Will you feel tired by writing another 1 hour? Obviously, everyone will feel. But brain is one such organ. More you use it, more active it becomes. More you put it into work, more it helps you to become sharper and smarter. So that's why it strengthens your brain. Make it practically thinking. So it helps you to practically analyze and visualize the things. Develops problem solving skills, testing aptitude, analytical thinking, confidence, competitive spirit, and overall development at Engage. So these many benefits you are going to get just by being a LR student. So LR is one such thing which is going to give you a wide range of benefits. So when you want to solve a question in mathematics, first and foremost thing that you should all have very good knowledge over it is your problem solving skills should be very good to be a top scorer in maths. And your analytical thinking should be very good for that. So which is obtained by logical reasoning. And testing aptitude. Testing aptitude is one such thing which helps you to make always curious about trying new things and making good results out of it. When all these are available, automatically you'll become a confident learner. That's what your competitive spirit is also boosted complete. Next, improves your logical reasoning skills, which is a part of HOTS in education. So HOTS questions, all of you would be knowing. Higher order thinking questions. So when you want to solve HOTS questions or Olympiad-based questions, your logical reasoning always plays a key role in it. Next. Okay, what is LR we have seen? How is it going to help you we have seen? Now we will see why do we need a special coaching for LR? Ma'am, already we have so many coachings. We have maths tuition, we have maths Olympiad, science Olympiad, English Olympiad, school academics, these many are there. Then why again extra coaching for LR? We have no time. No. If you make time for LR coaching, it will help you to get a very good score in any of the competitive exams that you write, like NSO, IMO, ICO, whatever it is. It's not only Olympiads. Any competitive exam, if you want to write, LR will must and should be a part of it. LR will always be a part of it. So in such cases, if you prepare well, if you practice 500 questions of maths, you have done all the maths questions right, but you have lost your LR part in the exam, what makes the sense of your hard work? It's just like no salt in a dish, isn't it? However you make a good ingredients, all healthy items are being put, your mama adds all the good veggies and she make all the fresh ingredients, but without salt, will it make a sense? Of course, there are people who eat things without salt, but we are some common people who always prefer salt into it to make the dish more tastier. So LR is one such thing which is incomplete. All the other coachings are incomplete without LR, because LR is a part of every competitive exam for sure. It's not only Olympiad, children. It's not only Olympiad. When you go for your higher grades, you write many competitive exams to get good jobs and good seats in the good colleges, universities. Everywhere you find LR. Without LR, you have no competitive exam. LR is not only supports for better scoring, but also lays a strong foundation for students for their upcoming competitive exams. That's what I was selling. So competitive exams, whatever, at any stage of your life, if you want to write, LR is going to be the part of it. So later at the stage of 20 years, where you are preparing for many subjects, taking coaching for LR is a higher burden. When you start studying LR right from your foundation courses, automatically you will be a gem out of the other concepts. Only you have enough time for concentrating on the particular subjects, because you are already familiar with LR, and LR would become a cakewalk for you. That's right. The uniqueness of this program is to focus on extra edge of the students' preparation and to sharpen their skills, giving them a head start and make them emerge as a toppers in the long run. This is what I was been telling. So right from the early ages, when you learn LR as a part of your other subjects, it will also help you to develop your understanding, logical reasoning, critical thinking skills, programming skills. Everything will be simultaneously developed along with your main core subjects like maths and science. So when you reach up a particular stage, you'll be as familiar with LR as that of the other subjects, where you need not spend extra time to learn this subject. Next, the concept that we are here is to provide you LR classes. So what is the specialty of our LR classes? So there are many coaching classes for LR. You find many online. But what is the specialty of MTG's online classes for LR is we provide you live sessions. So our program is all about providing live sessions, and online course books are also provided to you. So whenever you talk about a live session, you will have a teacher or a mentor in front of you who is there to guide you at every moment, to clear your doubts and all those things, and help you to become a better performer. So your live sessions are there. You have online course books, so where you can have enough practice or learning in front of the teacher and to clear your doubts in her presence. Small batch size. So this is the most advantageous thing. Once you have a big crowd in a class, learning becomes difficult because everyone cannot get equal opportunity in a span of 1 hour. But if the batch size is small, the teacher can equally concentrate on each and every student in the class, simultaneously, you will have enough scope to make an interactive session with the teacher. And coming to the core concept, we will provide you tips and tricks to learn every concept of LR. Every LR concept has small tricks and tips in it, which helps you to think logically more faster. Like for example, there's a question on what do you call as grading. On that, if you want to solve a question in 5 minutes, the teacher could help you to solve it in 1 or 2 minutes by helping you to analyze which part of a question is going to be acting as a tip for you in understanding the question and solving it faster. So such tips and tricks will be provided only in the online sessions. In a videos which are recorded videos which are there online, many videos are there. None of these are going to help you. They'll just explain the question and they will leave it. They'll explain the concept and leave it. But in a live session, you will have enough scope to understand these tips and tricks and apply them as well. And you will have enough scope to learn and practice questions level by level. So basic level, intermediate level, higher level, and challenging level too. Why? Because you are supposed to be the top scorers in your long run. For that reason, you will have enough questions and enough practice of various exercises at various challenging levels. And you will have query sessions also. It's not that we provide you, we take up a chapter, we explain you, we give you questions, it's done. Then again, we'll give you second chapter. Now, for suppose on the day of your first chapter, you had no time to practice, because of which you couldn't get many doubts. So you left the chapter. Then second, third, fourth chapters you have practiced. But how about the queries that are left for you in the first chapter? So we provide you enough query sessions. After learning the chapters and the concepts, you will be having enough query sessions so that you can get your doubts to get it cleared in the live class with the teacher, or the teacher will even have enough scope to check your learning. How you are learning, how you have practiced, how you have used your assessments, how you have been mastering the topic. To check your learning, the teacher also will have enough scope in the query sessions. Same way, well-planned and timely assessments. Not only learning the concept, you should have a practice over it. Practice is the only one thing which can make a person from good to better, better to best, and a person in limelight. Because without practicing, nothing is going to be learned by anyone. No one can do anything. Just by looking at a video, you can't learn a concept. Just in looking at a dance steps, you can't dance. Just in looking at a video, your mama can't cook. Only you have to enter the field, you have to hold the instruments, and you have to work over it. So that is why whenever you have a proper practice and when you have enough assessments and testings over you, then only your learning is going to be a better one to make you a top scorer. So this enough of assessments is being provided by our online program. Now, we have seen what is LR, how is it useful to you, how are we going to guide you to be a top scorer and become a better practicer in LR. But what is LR? What type of questions do we get it? Let's have a glance here. Here you can see many types of questions are given. Pattern and series completion questions, coding and decoding questions, analogy and classification, ranking test, alphabet test, embedded figures, mirror and water images, direction sense, logical Venn diagrams. Of course, I don't say all these type of questions are going to be in every grade. Since it is a demo session, here we have kids from class 2 to 8. Depending on the class and grade, certain topics will be in primaries and certain topics will be in higher. So today I will cover up certain sample questions for these topics. And if you are good enough, you can send the answers to me in the chat box. I will say whether if you have any doubts, you can ask me. We will hear it in the doubt session. But these are just sample questions to say these type of topics exist in LR. I don't say that everyone should solve it and everyone should be right. It is just a sample of explaining what is LR. So here you can see a pattern question. Like certain numbers are given in certain shapes and one shape or one number is missing. You are supposed to find which number is that. So, okay, good. That's good. Good answers I could see. Very nice. I could see many right answers. One or two have gone wrong. It's okay, but still it happens. And why are they wrong and why are the others correct? I will explain. Do not bother. Perfect. Yes. Yes. I could see many answers on my chat box. Very good. Please send the answers to the co-host so that I can assist you whether you are right or wrong. Yes. I can see many answers. More than 40 to 45 children have already sent their answers to me. So it's very good. So yes, absolutely right. Many have sent me the right answers that it is option A. Why is it option A? I will explain you. I said logical reasoning is all about your analysis of what is given there. Things are going to be very simple, but how do you analyze it is more important. Like you can see here. Here, numbers are given 6, 8, 10, 12, and a gap, then 60. So obviously, everyone knows here should be a 14. But 14 are in 3 options here. So automatically, 16 will erase out. Out of the rest 3 options, if you observe, here, one more thing to be observed is not only the number, the shape is also varying. This shape has 3 sides and 3 into 2 is 6, the number inside it. The next shape has 4 sides. So 4 into 2 is 8, the number inside it. Same way, every number inside the shape is nothing but how many sides it has multiplied by 2. So to have 14, the figure should have 7 sides. So which figure is having 7 sides here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So A is the right option. So here you are analyzing the number, you are observing the shape, you are making the relation between them. So your observation is improved. Your analysis of understanding the relation between the numbers is improved. You are provoking your thought to make a relation between the shape and the number. See, 3 skills of your at a time improve. So logical reasoning, whatever the topic it is, however the question it is, it always boosts multiple intelligence. It boosts your multiple skills development. So that is the advantage of LR. So it takes you into a different tangent at times to think. So your thinking ability is increased and your logical boundaries are being extended. That's your origin is being extended. Like here you can see a question on coding and decoding. Like you'll be seeing certain secret codes are used in puzzles. So this is one as such. Here there is a code which is needed for the word credit using the letters and a particular digits assigned for them. So likewise, you need to relate the digit with the particular letter and make a code. So yes, perfect. I could see many right answers in my chat. Absolutely correct. Perfect. Very good. Excellent answers. Yes. All of you are right. It is clearly option B. Why? Because you need to relate every letter with its code. Like C is being coded with 7. Then R is being coded with 9. Then E is coded with 2. D with 4. I with 5. And T with 0. So you get 7, 9, 2, 4, 5. So here you are observing the relation between the letter and the number and you are correlating it. Certain questions seems to be little easier because they are taken as samples since we have here kids of all grades 2 to 8. So some are related to primary classes as I have said and some are for higher classes. No worries if you are not able to solve the questions. It is okay because the questions will be of different levels. Like here you can see one more question of very simple observation over the pictures and the relation between the pictures. So here you can observe there is a relation between bag and a book. Now simultaneously you need to make a relation of some object with the basket. So the basket can relate to which of these objects you need to observe. So again, here general knowledge, it's not even the general knowledge, the other things, it's a general thing that we'll be observing right from your childhood before you step into the school. So what do you put in a bag, school bag, and what do you put in a basket? So it's a simple common sense, but you are supposed to correlate it. So books are the things that go inside a bag, and automatically the things that can put into a basket are nothing but a bunch of fruits that which are in option B. So very good answers, all of you. So yes, very good, perfect. Likewise, you have another question here which you could see. There is a sequence of letters assigned to certain numbers, like numbers from 1 to 6, certain letters are assigned. Now, these letters are jumbled. You need to unjumble them to make a meaningful word out of it. Which is that word? You should identify. So, yes, I have started getting answers in my chat box. Okay, sorry, by mistake, I have revealed the answer also. Okay, that's fine, it's okay. So, no problem. It's all absolutely correct. So, the answer is option A. Why do we get it option A? Observe here. Here, the letters are assigned with W, E, I, G, H, and T. So, the word which is jumbled here, if you unjumble these letters, I mean, these numbers to that letters, you'll get the word weight. This is a meaningful word that is made out of these numbers which are jumbled. So here you are able to develop your vocabulary. This is a simple alphabet arrangement, but your vocabulary is developed. Why? Because there are many words where children get confused with their spellings. This type of questions will help you to enhance your language vocabulary. Like there is certain mistakes which many children do. They make H and G in a weight. So such mistakes can be avoided by these type of questions. So here is again a question. This is all about embedded figures. Embedded figures says you to observe various parts in a complete figure. Embedded figure is the hidden part. You have to find the hidden part. This is a part of a figure which is hidden in one of these options. In which figure that part is hidden, you should identify. So, embedded figures is a concept which makes you have a crucial observation into a figure. Once you have a crucial observation over it, your observation skills are improved. The very first and the most thing which I would like to tell is, this is one such generation where children believe in giving output than taking more input. Unfortunately, sorry to say, but all the children, many children, among you, even my child is there. So everybody's children are there. You children nowadays believe in giving in more output than input. Because you lack observation, you lack listening. The first and the foremost thing, if two people are discussing, the first thing that children do is giving their opinion. The first and the foremost thing to be done is observe, listen, concentrate. The more you take input, the better outputs will be there. So brain needs more of stuff into it rather than taking out what you have. You are little brains. Your little brains have little stuff, but there is enormous content in the world. So try to feed the brain with with new feeds and new observations and new things. Then it can give you wonderful results as outputs. So LR is one such thing which makes you crucial learning of observation, which many are lagging nowadays. So this observation skills will be developed with this concept. Like you can see, I have seen many answers which are correct. In this figure, you can see this part of this figure is being here in this option C. So this is the part of the picture which you are supposed to observe. And I could see some of them sending me answer B also, but B can't be the answer. The reason why is it, observe the gap here. Here the gaps are more. So, and the size of the slant lines are also more. So B can't be the answer, that is the reason. And whoever has answered wrong, I could see major answers are in B only. That is why I've said why B is not the answer. So immediate figure not only concentrates on the shape, but it also concentrates on the approximation of sizes too. So such tricks and tips you can better learn when you learn the chapter in deep with the teacher. Here is one more question you can see, that it's a question on mirror images. Many of us has a habit of standing in front of the mirror, or when you stand nearby water where the good brightness is there, you can see your images. These images have certain relationships. Have you ever observed when you stand in front of a mirror, your right observes to be left and your left looks like to be right? Did you observe that? I have a pen in my hand. I'm using pen in my right hand. Now, if I stand in front of a mirror, my pen in my right hand observes as if my pen is in my left hand. So this is the speciality of mirrors and images. Yes, some of you are showing with me with the selfie concepts. Yes, I understood. Many have sent me in the chat boxes also. Ma'am, same thing happens in the selfie. Yes, I know. Yes, it happens in selfie. It happens in the mobiles. Whenever you do all those things, things happen. So those are related with this concepts of mirror and water images only. So there you need to observe that how are the direction of the objects changing, direction of the letters changing. So that you need to concentrate and make out the things. So here somehow answered it as C, some has answered it as B. So I have different answers in my chat box. So here, whatever you answer it, it is clearly answer B. Sorry, 1 second. I make in the chat box it is B. Sorry, I mistakenly read what is on the screen. So the right answer is option D. 1 second. Let me correct it in the chat box first. Then I'll come to you people. Okay, fine. So here it's not option D. It's option B. Why is it option B? Is by mistakenly it was written. So here you are supposed to look at the direction of the letters as well. Here you can see the direction of the letters which are turning towards right side should turn towards the left side, and the handle which is turned towards right side should become left side. So certain crucial things can be observed when you make out the things by proper learning. This is one more set of questions talking about direction sense. Many children face problem in direction sense. Why? Because when you stand at home or in front of your school, if someone say, look to your right or look to your left, the temple is in which direction from your school, or the grocery store is in which direction from your home, many lack understanding the relationship. Whether it is east, whether it is left, whether it is right side, whether it is back side, whether it is southeast. So there are many relation between this direction sense. That understanding will be made better when you have a good teacher to guide you for understanding and enough practice to analyze the relation between the various directions. So here in this question, you can see that first Trisha is facing the Doraemon. So the question is very interesting for the primary kids because it's all about the cartoons that you observe. So Trisha is facing the Doraemon. She is looking in this direction. Then she makes half turn to her left direction. So what is the left direction? How to know it? And what is the right direction? How to know it? For all this, there are simple tricks that you will be learning into your regular course books. Once the classes are started, we will guide you to understand all those relationships what is the meaning of left turn, what is the meaning of right turn. So in that perceptions, when you understand, you can make the things easier. So halfway she's turning and she will reach out the witty, and again she's making 5/8 turn to her right side. So when he's making 5/8 turn to her right side, she will automatically reach the Minnie Mouse. That is, from here she is moving to this direction. So 5/8 move she is moving and she will reach out the Minnie Mouse like this. What is the meaning of 5/8 turn right side? What is the meaning of half turn to the left side? So there are logics behind all this, which you can better learn once the chapter is started in depth. This is one important question, one important topic for higher grades, logical Venn diagram. Everything cannot be picturized at every situation. Every term or every word of vocabulary that you learn in English has a meaning. Sometimes you will be in need of a position where you need to visualize the relation between the various words. Like here you have a question on relation between three words like females, doctors, and patients. Now your question is, how do you make the relation between these three words? All of you know what are females. I mean, who are females, who are doctors, and who are patients. Now, how are they related is the question. So I could see different answers for this question in my chat box. Some have answered it as A, some has answered it as D, some as B, and some as C. There are all the options are being chosen by you people for this question. I will help you out which is going to be right. Now my simple question, before I reveal the answer, I'll ask you something. So do we have females in doctors? Yes, we do have. Is every female a doctor? Not necessary. Now, do you have patients in females? Yes. But all the females are not patients? Perfect. Very good. I could see you nodding and I could see your responses in the cameras. Very good to see that. And my question is, the last question that I would ask, do you have patients in doctors? No? Why? Doctor can't be a patient. Doctor is not human. He can't get any disease. Why is it so? Doctor also could be a patient. He or she also can get diseases. Like for example, there is a dental doctor. Can't she never get an abdominal pain? Won't she get a stomach pain? Or won't she get a headache? Obviously she will or he will. So you all know these three concepts: females, doctors, patients, all of your families. What is this? But there is a hidden relationship. See, many have said no. When I said a doctor and patient, many shown me like this. No. Why? Doctors also can become patients at times. One doctor can go to the other doctor for consultation. It do happens. So certain logical relationships could be understood when you go deep into the concepts. So here you can observe the answer for this question is C. Why? Because the reason just now I asked you. Here, if we take females as one circle, doctors as other circle, patients as a third circle, sometimes there could be females who are doctors, doctors who are patients, patients who are females. Sometimes there could be a category of people who are females, doctors and patients as well. So this type of deep understanding you will be getting by studying logical reasoning. So logical reasoning is one subject which not only helps you to improve your learning in your school books or in your academics or in your competitive exams. It makes you wiser in your real life also. So such advantages you have by being a part of a logical reasoning student. So over to you, Usha ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Priya ma'am, for the wonderful session. And I hope students, for these 9 type of questions, now you are aware how to solve these questions. Okay, you can practice more. If you have logical reasoning books along with you, you can practice more. And there are classes as well that is going to start from 15th of May, and that is next week. So logical reasoning a complete syllabus of logical reasoning along with the practice question of each type will be discussed in these classes. Along with there will be 2 doubt sessions in the last session in which student can ask their doubts as well. So this is the schedule for the live classes, which is available. You can see on the website on the screen, which is class 2 to, this is for class 2 to 8. Classes will start from 15th of May. And the timings are mentioned here. So those who are interested, they can visit website in the live class section, or if they have any query, they can reach out to us. So next slide, ma'am, please. Okay. Yes. So in these classes that is going to start from 15th of May, what will be the content? There will be 22 live classes, 2 doubt sessions will be there. Each class duration will be of 1 hour. We'll provide you access to the student portal where assignment will be shared, PDF worksheets will be shared for practice. A weekly test will be there based on the topic that is being covered in that week. There will be class notes for after class study. There will be discussion forums where students can post their questions and ask queries. Recordings of the classes will be provided along with a student app, guruji.com, where you can get all these access. So these classes are going to start on 15th of May. If anybody is interested, they can raise their hands. We'll ask their queries, or you can go to the website to look at the details also. Okay, so next slide, ma'am. So these are the numbers for our helpline. If you have any query, or if you have any thing related to logical reasoning you wanted to ask, you can ask right now. I'll just unmute. I'll give you a chance to unmute. So if anybody is interested, they can raise their hand so we can take their queries one by one. Okay, Unnati ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please ask your question.
Ma'am, can you please show the previous slide one?
Okay. The schedule one. So recording of this session will be available on MTG YouTube channel.
Yes, Unnati?
Yes, Unnati, you have a question? Okay, so we'll take the next question. We have Ambi, sorry. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, please unmute and ask your question.
Ambi, you can unmute to answer a question. Ask a question.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, will you save your this recorded session for the future?
Yes, this recorded session will be available on MTG YouTube channel, which is I'll share the link in the chat box where you will find the recordings of any demo classes that we had conducted in past, or any demo sessions that we conduct. We put it on YouTube channel also.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Myra Rastogi, please ask your question.
So,
Yes, Myra.
Yes, so I was just wondering that when I'm looking at class 5 and 6 in the timings are same. So are the classes going to happen like together?
So these timings if you see that 7 and 8 timings are same, and class 4 timing are same, 3 and 2 timing, class 2 and 3 timings are same, because the syllabus for these classes for logical reasoning is same, so these classes are together.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.